In case you can't tell, we're not effing around anymore. We're not effing around anymore. When you talk about our pack, you think we're going to just let that slide?
Halloween is over. It's Christmas now.
Do you think that you're strong enough to destroy our pack?
You think you can destroy our herd? Oh!
I mean, Widowy, we are both alphas.
Fucking wolf dog out here.
We're Widowy, both alphas.
Widowy, we're fucking strong.
We will fucking ride. We got a den mother can take care of everybody at home, and just us two could come to war and Widowy smash your whole pack.
You gotta have a good den mother. If you're a fucking alpha male, you have to have a fucking...
If you're in a wolf pack, if you don't have a good den mother, it's over with.
Yeah, how are you gonna raise your pups?
Dude, somebody's gotta be home to get their tits sucked.
I'm busy fighting.
I'm looking for elk.
I'm fighting, I'm hunting, I'm fucking. And if all those three things don't pay off, what's the point?
I've got to cross the river every day just to get a 3-5 pack of some Alabama Kush.
We need one person whose dedicated job is raising all the kids in our new compound that we're building. The kids in the corner compound.
Yeah, the kids in the corner compound.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be like us two, a den mother, and a bunch of kids.
Yeah,
just a whole bunch of kids.
Just a whole bunch of kids. One really stressed out den mother. Not even the biological mom of any of the kids.
Oh,
she's just paid to be there. No.
Fucking biological parent. Why do their biological parents have to be around to protect them from who? Us?
There are children.
We don't hang out with any senators.
You looked away, and now they're ours. And we're going to raise them to be hunters and fighters.
Look, we need an elite squadron of child soldiers if we're ever going to defeat America's enemies.
If any warlords want to donate us some child soldiers, that would be really appreciated. We're not taking any sponsorships right now, but we do take donations in the form of money or warriors.
It's also early in the process of this, but also in a couple months we'll have our first batch of them ready for purchase. So if you'd like to purchase some military-age males.
Yeah, we're strictly using them as mercenaries, warriors, killers for hire. We're going to send a few overseas, get some money from the U.S. government that way.
They're trained in Krav Maga, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kickboxing, Taekwondo, and Russian Sambo. They're fluent in 3 languages, American, English, and what do they speak in England? What's that fucking
English?
Gibberish?
They speak British English, too.
Yeah. Oh, mate. Ain't me not in tea. I don't brush me teeth, mate.
Look, I'm just... Hey, King Charles.
What do you need that big fucking clock for, dipshit?
If you really want India back so bad, hit me up. If you want the East India Company to be what it used to be, send 6 of my boys in there. Send 6 of my strong sons in there, and they will.
We only need 6.
Just drop them out of a helicopter.
I mean,
in the forest, they will take down any senator you need them to.
Just the pure nutrition that these kids are getting delivered to them every day makes them superb human beings.
And it's not cheap, guys.
No, dude, we're feeding them top of the line stuff.
Yeah, Purina.
Dude, we have purebred horses on the compound, and we actually tap the vein in their neck, the artery in their neck, and we have the children ritualistically drink from the horse's neck every morning at sunrise.
Yeah.
Drink blood of a horse. And that's a Mongolian technique that they used to use, and it makes for a stronger warrior.
It really depends on how our funding's going to look, because we haven't gotten our first shipment of kids yet. We don't really know how it's going to look in terms of funding, but we are going to feed them Purina cat food.
Wet cat food.
Wet
Not
cat
that
food.
dry shit. That would be miserable.
The goal is to start with 80 kids and then narrow it down to 20.
Yeah, only the strongest survive.
Yeah.
That's quite literal.
These obstacle courses are no joke.
If you can't bench press 225 5 times by the end of this, we're going to send the kid to the glue factory. and that's just how it goes.
If you can't operate a flamethrower safely without being taught how to do so, you're not the kind of person we want. If you can't just look at a flamethrower and figure out how to use it without hurting yourself, basic.
If you can't emotionlessly kill someone of your own kind or a different kind, glue factory.
Glue factory. I wonder how good people glue would be.
It'd probably be pretty bad because people can't stick together for shit, dude.
Southwest Airlines coming in behind us. They might show up in frame. Hello, airplane. Why are you coming to New Orleans? It sucks here.
Thank God it's not United, am I right?
Hey. More like ununited, trying to pull America apart.
They're trying to pull America apart like a slow-roasted Boston butt.
They're attacking traditional family values.
Dude, we need our traditional American family values.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that made us worth the shit in the beginning.
And the real traditional American family is hunters, gatherers, and den mothers.
If you're not willing to go fight for ma and pa, some people, their ma and their pa, they move out and they don't love them anymore. They hate their ma and their pa.
Yeah.
And,
well, sometimes it's the ma and the pa's fault.
Yeah. Yeah,
but if you ain't
they teach you in AA that you need to forgive those people no matter what. So
yeah, I'll say this: if you still have any love for your ma and pa, you should be willing to take up arms and fight for them. That's why I don't like wars these days. They're all happening elsewhere.
Yeah, well, and
there's no fun over here.
Then what if someone's secretly all right, I'm not going to tell my mom, my pa that I don't really like them that much, and then the war comes up and you get drafted and you're like, I'm moving to Canada, bitches, and they're like, wait, don't you fucking care?
Wait,
about us?
we're about to get
airstrike.
airstrike. Do something.
And they thought this whole time that he really loved his mom and pa, but then they found out that he didn't.
And then he let those parents die.
And then he becomes president of the United States, Bill Clinton.
I just hate that war is political nowadays. It used to just be we
used to just fight over cool shit like pussy and sand. We used to fight over mountain ranges.
Now
and
what?
Pussy.
You have to fight the scourge of communism? Ugh. Whatever, man. I want to fight for land. I want to fight for the best fields. I want to fight for fun. Remember when we did that?
I remember when it was just good sport.
It was just you and 150 other dudes just lined up in a field waiting to die.
Ready to just ransack a Native American encampment.
Oh, yeah. It was so one-sided.
I was saying, a lot of them were nomadic, so it's technically an encampment and not a village.
Yeah. A caravan, if you will. A lot of caravan raids happened back then.
A couple caravan raids happened recently.
Name one. Name one caravan raid that's happened recently.
Dude, you know that some of the people that were walking up from Honduras got snatched while walking through Mexico.
Oh, yeah, that's real.
They had to have got snatched.
That's more of a hiking group.
No, they were calling it the caravan.
Yeah, I think that makes it sound cooler for them, but in reality, they just went up to a bunch of pedestrians.
Well, yeah, when they said the caravan, I just imagined a bunch of people on Greyhound buses, maybe not quite as nice, but then they show the people walking, and you're like, oh, well, that's not a caravan. That's it's like the Trail of Tears.
That's traveling.
Yeah.
That's just traveling.
Dude, I will say, if you see videos of it's a large group of immigrants coming up over the southern border, why do they all have just lawn chairs and shit? None of them have clothes.
None of them have useful shit.
Yeah, they just have lawn chairs and an Old Navy American flag shirt. They're super ready to get here.
Yeah, it's they're
ready to go tailgate. They heard about America, we tailgate.
Well, they're crisis actors, clearly.
Yeah,
that's what it is. They're just send a guy over the border who genuinely wants to come to America. Send him here with a 6-pack of beer and no survival or camping equipment.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I saw fucking Josh Peck in an Israel-Palestine video the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, dude, just crisis actors everywhere. He couldn't get any work, so he had to become a crisis actor.
I don't think he needs work. I think he's got money coming from in a bunch of different directions. Clearly, he does.
Well, maybe he wants to push the rhetoric, dude. Who knows?
He's taking a stand. We love that for him.
He's probably see like Drake Bell. He wouldn't play ball with Nickelodeon and shit, so that's why they got him arrested for being a pedophile. But Josh Peck, he's still free and clear because he's doing shit
plays
like
the game.
He's going and he's raiding on January 6th. He's applying for jobs at UNLV.
Do you think Nickelodeon did something to Drake Bell, or do you think that he was just predisposed to turning to blowing whippets in a car with his daughter? Do you think that was just something that was gonna happen, or do you think it's because of what happened in his youth?
We're talking Drake Bell or Josh Peck?
Drake Bell.
Drake Bell. They did make him and when I don't know how old he was when they were filming Drake and Josh, but he was essentially the kid that got a lot of pussy. That's like his whole thing. On the show,
he was the cool kid. Like,
dude, he was getting laid all the time. So like to have that persona, like they already like, or they itemized you and made you a sex symbol as a teenager.
Yeah, that's real.
Essentially, you know what I mean? And then you're a sex symbol for teenagers. So who do you have hitting on you all the time? Teenage girls.
And that's going to keep going. Well,
sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, that's real.
And you know what?
I think that phase might be past now because he's so washed up, and now that the show is so old.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, you kind of fell off, and he was like, man, they've been begging for it for like years. I might as well oblige while the well's dry.
That's why he moved to Mexico.
Yeah, he's gone all over the place. Mexico, Canada. Dude, guys like that, bro, that's what they need to do is just move. Like, get out of America with that.
Yeah. Just...
Dude,
yeah,
go to France with all that.
Take it somewhere else. Yeah, that's normal in France.
Dude, take that shit to the Philippines.
Yeah, it's fine over there. Don't worry about it. Take it to Malaysia.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he's doing anything like that fucked up. I'm just saying we don't want you hanging around anymore.
Go to
Drake
fucking
Bell.
Morocco.
Get out of here, Drake Bell. Get.
Well, he's in prison now. We got him. The taxpayers are taking care of him.
Oh, thank God.
Let me see the vape.
Yeah, I got you.
The vape. This is way better than that shit we recorded earlier. I
Oh
think we're
yeah,
doing
dude.
a lot better.
That fucking sucks.
Well, we just got to turn it into this every time, I guess.
yeah.
We just need to turn it into this every time.
Find a root. And the root is Warrior Spirit Den Mother Child Army. That's all we want for Christmas is a little bit of power.
All I want for Christmas is you to join my child army.
Merry Christmas, guys. This is the Christmas episode.
I don't want a lot for Christmas.
Papa.
There is just one thing I need, and I need some soldiers, ages from 8 to 13. I just want you for my own. No Joe Biden to I like to make Joe Biden out to be a pedophile as much as I can. That's just funny.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's pedophilia is not fun. Well,
it's not funny.
It's not
funny. It's never funny.
It's not funny. Could you imagine a guy that has those feelings of like pedophilic feelings, but he also kind of has like a little bit of common sense, and he's just like, God, what do I think? Kids are hot.
Yeah, I mean, I like that person more than someone who acts on those feelings for sure, like 100%. I probably don't want to hang around him, but the fact that he knows that he's wrong and is fucking actively taking steps to fix it, fuck it.
He's like, get the daddy-daughter dance. He's like, weren't they playing in Juvenile?
I don't think pedophilia is funny, but I think accusing famous people of wildly fucked up crimes is funny.
Yes, absolutely. Especially, dude, did you see at the Army-Navy game yesterday, they got a fuck Joe Biden chant going, the armed forces did?
That's funny. That's funny as hell.
Dude, the armed forces are not happy with their commander-in-chief, dude. And it's understandable because, like, he's taking the steps towards them having to be deployed away from their families.
He very much is.
And you know, like, and it's fucked. It's fucked. And we're only getting closer. That's the thing. Everybody here is like, it's fucked. It's fucked. We got to stop it. This has got to stop. Nobody wants to go to war. And they're continuing to like, literally, it's just showing how, like, tyrannical and forceful the government has become.
Yeah, well, everyone loves to shit on Joe Biden. And I think he deserves that. But also...
Well, Joe Biden likes it when everybody shits on him. That's one of his freaky sex.
That's one of his freaky. That's what he does when he takes his Air Force One to Malaysia.
He likes when Dr. Jill gives him Cleveland steamers. It reminds him of his hunty.
I think the main issue is like, yeah, fuck Joe Biden, but also fuck all of the corporate lobbyists like Goldman Sachs and Walgreens that give him money to push things a certain direction. I don't think that man is making a single decision for himself. I think he's following the money.
Yeah, if we could, dude. That's the thing is like.
But that's also been every president for like years.
It sucks that you can't just send like a hot babe in after him because it's not his MO. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you could really get his heart beat up with like a hot lady, get her in there like grabbing at his.
Well, I was thinking you were saying like replace him with a hot lady.
No. Fuck no, dude.
Dude, I think
you think a lady would do better?
Dude, I think we should get like a blonde fucking bombshell in office. Like, does it like you're not like you don't care what she's actually.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, get Marjorie Taylor Greene in a bikini in the Oval Office.
Yes. Ben Shapiro's sister.
Yeah.
Her huge milkers. Have you ever seen Ben Shapiro's sister?
Oh, of course.
Dude,
have I seen her?
She's got that fucking dairy factory, dog.
Dude, I think it's time for a woman president.
Dude, I heard her baby died because a helicopter landed on her tits while she was breastfeeding because they're so fucking huge.
You could land a drone on the baby.
Great Britain was trying to annex her left areola.
They heard there was oil there.
They heard there was.
There's a lot of oil. Ugh. Don't you hate when you're sucking on a titty and it's oily? Actually,
Depends on what kind of oil, as long as it's not any seed oils.
No, it's body oil. It's
what kind
body
of
secretions.
Body
oil. Body oil. Dude, we just need a.
Dude, that's funny. Dude, that's funny to think about too. Like, how do you get to the point where you just oil a lady up? You know, you see it in porn and shit. I'm sure people do it in real life. How do you get to the point where you're like, dude, look, babe, I'm oiling you up tonight. You're gonna be slick as a seal all over.
You're gonna be all slippery.
Dude, you're gonna try to go piss after this and die the Bob Saget way.
It's just me and my slippery wife just fucking going to town.
She slipped.
And then like it's just your front is slippery afterwards. I produce enough sweat that I can slick us both.
Your girlfriend fucking looks like Dwayne The Rock Johnson on SmackDown.
My girlfriend looks like she's about to enter a bodybuilding competition after we have sex, just fully oiled up.
She looks like Gary Coleman. What do you think about muscle mommies? Would you fuck a muscle mommy?
I would get fucked by a muscle mommy.
You'd get pegged by a muscle mommy?
No, that's not what I said.
Oh.
I'm just saying I'd let her take charge.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I saw a thing today. Actually, I've never seen this clip before. I was scrolling through Facebook Reels, and I got a random Andrew Tate clip. And he was asking the question, is it more gay to, if you chose an absolute 10 that had a dick, or an absolute 1 that had a pussy? And he said, now you got to really think about...
That's not a hard question for me.
He said, now you really got to think about what the question is that I'm saying, because most people would say the one with a pussy, so that way they didn't seem gay. But if you, like, Megan Fox with a dick compared to Hulk Hogan with a pussy, which one is really, is really more gay or homosexual?
I have 5 words for you.
Okay.
Hit it from the back.
Yeah, well, that's what Andrew Tate was saying. He was saying he'd rather fuck Megan Fox with a dick than Hulk Hogan with a pussy, which is very surprising.
What about you?
Because that seems very haram of him to be saying in his new Muslim faith.
Wait, that's not what the question was. But I do like Megan Fox with a dick or Hulk Hogan with a pussy. That's a better question.
Yeah.
Is it Hulk Hogan? Or is it just someone who looks like Hulk Hogan?
Looks exactly like Hulk Hogan, but has a pussy.
Doesn't have the personality of Hulk Hogan?
Now, this is a muscle mommy we're talking about. Oh yeah,
That's a muscle one.
She's gonna say the N-word in your ear and everything.
Ooh,
Real Hulkster. This lady.
Okay.
She's a Hulkamaniac.
Let's go. That's not Hulk Hogan.
No, that's Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah. Brother. I would fuck up Muscle Man Randy Savage.
Ooh.
With a pussy.
Would you fuck Muscle Man if he had a pussy from the regular show?
From regular show?
Yeah.
No. I have.
What's his girlfriend's
I've
name?
done it before.
Is it Starla?
Starla!
What are you doing, babe?
Muscle Man with a pussy or Starla with a dick?
Muscle Man. He's a good time.
Yeah.
That's Benson.
That's when he comes. No. When Muscle Man goes.
Regular show's a really slept on show.
Oh, it is.
Very slept on. I like how we went from talking the absolute craziest shit to just saying regular show's a good show.
Yeah, regular show's a good
cartoon
show.
for children is amazing.
Another one that's slept on is Venture Bros. I've been watching that lately.
Dude, you've been heavy on the Venture Bros.
I've been heavy on the Venture Bros. I'm on season 5 now.
Every time I come over here, I just wash my hair. I actually just washed my hair today.
I don't think I've seen. I think the past 3 podcasts have been on your hair washing days.
Yeah, well, Sundays are my hair washing days. That's podcast day as well.
There you go.
So, because it's my one day where I don't have to have anything in my hair, any product, really, besides Thursdays. And then Thursdays I'll get my hair cut.
I don't know if they can see you super well. Scoot in a little bit. Try and block some of that sun with your. Yeah. Fresh. You see that bounce? That's all natural, dude.
I grew this out in New Orleans, so it's got amazing bounce.
Yeah. Ha! AutoZone.
Get in the zone.
AutoZone. Uptown, AutoZone. Midtown, AutoZone. 9th Ward, AutoZone. 14th, AutoZone.
Holly Grove.
AutoZone.
Claiborne.
AutoZone.
Clearview.
AutoZone.
Kenner.
AutoZone.
Now they got a Pep Boys.
They do got a Pep Boys.
A little bit nicer over there in Kenner.
Those Pep Boys will break your knees.
Oh, yeah, they do everything for less. That's the thing. You can't really compete with their extortion that the Pep Boys have.
Everything.
See, most people don't know that the Pep Boys is short for Pepperoni Boys, and they're actually a gang of Italian mobsters.
Yeah, they also have one of the cheapest glory holes in the city.
Really?
In the bathroom at the Pep Boys.
Bathroom at the Pep Boys?
Yeah, that's a good one. Never know who's on the other side. Hopefully a chick.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never seen one in person, I don't think. I've always wanted to see one in person, not like interact with it, but just be like, oh shit, that goes down here. That's hilarious.
Yeah, don't you don't you hate it when you're at the glory hole and you see a little mustache poke through the hole?
Dude, you know what I always thought about doing too? That's good. But have you ever thought about this? This is going to sound all wrong. Have you ever thought about when you're at a truck stop and you're taking a shit and there's like a guy next to you? You ever thought about doing the foot tap to see if he tries to come suck your dick?
I've never thought about doing that once in my life. Have you?
Dude, it'd be funny to be like just sitting there and like taking a shit and you do the foot tap
and you're like actively shitting.
And then a guy like knocking on the door like, hey man, you want me to come in there? Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm just taking a hot shit. Leave me alone.
Oh, your
dude,
legs are going to the side like
dude,
that.
Are you trying to blow me?
Oh.
Ew, I'm taking a shit.
Dude, getting head while taking a shit has to be one of the worst things. The worst feelings.
I think that's probably how you find out whether or not you like butt stuff, though. That's a good, fun way to figure out if you like things in your butt.
That's horrible. I hate that. I mean, it could also it could also quickly go into you sitting underneath a hammock with a little Vietnamese woman on top, just going to town,
making caca,
dropping that old pho.
Well, I'm just, like, I feel like there's a term for that.
I gotta say, wait, I gotta say this. Rest in peace, John McAfee. He did that. A term for that.
R.I.P. McAfee, dog. Dude, people have been coming out on Twitter or on X lately saying like, what happened to John McAfee? They're like, what? Remember that guy was saying all that stuff about the government and then that killed him?
Dude, he made a video that was like, "Hey, if I go missing or die mysteriously, please investigate it."
Yeah, Yeah, and he did die mysteriously.
And they did not investigate it.
Dude, he would get like arrested by Interpol like everywhere he went.
Every week he would just be in a different fucking Saudi prison.
Dude, you know he was on Shane Gillis's podcast?
Oh no, I didn't know that.
John McAfee. McAfee came on Matt and Shane's podcast, and they were like fucking with him.
Hell yeah, dude.
They were fucking with him hard. They were like asking him all kinds of. They were like giggling the whole time they were asking him questions. Because it was all over Zoom.
Oh, I'm sure they were
just,
asking
like,
him about the
taking
hammock.
chances.
I'm sure they had to ask about the hammock for sure.
Well, they would just ask him like questions about investigations he's done on certain political stances that he has.
Yeah.
And like, can you please explain to us what you mean, like, whatever, like, about the Trump-Russian collusion or something like that, or whatever it would have been. And he just had to explain himself again. They were just laughing at his answer because it was so insane.
Damn. Probably all true.
But yeah, R.I.P. John McAfee. We'll probably never get any views or likes on this video for saying that.
No. He was a hero. He made some of the best antivirus protection on the market.
Yeah.
You get it. It's so good that you have to get it whether you want it or not.
Is that him?
Yeah.
He invented that?
McAfee antivirus, the shit that's on every computer,
Yeah.
is fucking annoying as hell.
Yeah.
So he developed an actual good antivirus and then sold it for like, I don't know, like a shit $1 million. You know, a lot of fucking money, and whoever bought it just ran it.
He's like
the
the
ground.
original VPN dude too, huh?
Yeah, he's one of them. He was like, I mean, if you got in on the early days of like internet security and shit, you could live like a king.
Somebody was telling me at the dealership the other day about this new computer that they're about to come out with. This new like supercomputer, and it's gonna make like our iPhones and current computers look like fucking like
Sticks and rocks.
yes.
Like
nothing will ever be safe.
There's kind of an arms race right now to build quantum computers.
Yeah.
That use like atoms and shit to.
It's a race to see who can make the most quantum computers and the most autistic humans to be able to operate them.
Yeah. And so far, guys, I just want to say America's not winning. We better get on
we've got
that.
the autism down.
We got the autism pretty good, but I don't think we're getting the right kinds of autism.
Yeah, I was about to say we did so much autism that it kind of delayed the production of the computers, the advancements in computers.
Yeah. We're getting squishmallows and weed autism, not rebuilding.
Exactly.
Yeah, not building new air conditioners and computers from scratch.
Yeah.
Not the spare parts building in your garage autism. It's more like
second trimester Paul Mall's autism.
Yeah. It's like it's like arts and crafts autism.
Autistic, like painting and shit.
It's like stand-up comedy autism.
Actually, yes. The kind of autism that has.
The kind of autism that makes Ian Winton move to Austin and do drag.
Dude, he fucking texted me the other night. He won another drag show, actually.
Yeah, congratulations, Rising Star.
To celebrate, he did get a lower back tattoo.
What did it say?
It's fucking disgusting, Cameron.
It's a lot?
It's disgusting, the back tattoo he got. It's a circle, and underneath it says, "Dump it all here, bro."
Is it a circle or like a target?
No, it's a circle, and it's like if you go outside the lines, then you have to lick it off his back. That's what he told me the stipulations are.
There you go.
And he lets everybody know that beforehand. You know, he wouldn't.
He wouldn't have got the tattoo
if
he wasn't going to put it to use.
Look, if a dude was blowing loads on his back, he would not force the guy to lick it up if he didn't ask him before.
Why do you have to pull out? Why would he make them pull out?
It's a fun little game.
He's not going to get pregnant.
Play. Yeah, but he said the cleanup and the discharge after the fact is just a lot of mess he doesn't like to deal with. He would rather just wipe it off.
It just goes right into the toilet, though. I guess I'll say this. I've never had jizz in my ass, and I hope I never do. So I can't really speak from a point of knowledge.
I've jerked off in the bathtub before, and I feel like maybe
a little bit got in there.
Maybe something could have got in there. You never know. You know, water finds a way.
Water finds its level.
Dude,
That's another reason the Earth is flat, because water finds its level. And how would you do that on a sphere?
absolutely. Don't get me started on the flat Earth shit, dude. It's just like, yeah, that could make sense, but where's like if gravity doesn't work and it's not round how we think it is, how does the water hold up? I know the ice wall's blocking the side of it, but what's underneath us that's keeping the water from falling into eternity?
More ground, I guess. It's scary to think that there's ground down there. There's a bottom to it, and there's stuff on the bottom, and we don't know what the fuck that stuff is.
It's probably where they put all the immigrants from San Francisco. We already made that joke about the firmament last week.
Yeah, that's probably where they put. That's definitely where they put Osama bin Laden. It's where they put Bashar al-Gharib.
Yeah, I like how they fed us that shit where it's like he got a traditional Muslim burial. We dropped him in the ocean. Traditional Muslim burial. We dropped him in the ocean. Yeah, we dropped him in the ocean. A guy from the desert.
Syrian desert.
A guy from the desert. Yeah, he spent most of his time in caves. But I mean, the ocean, that's where his real home was.
As far from water was a struggle the whole time. The whole time water was a struggle, and now you just give them too much of it.
They don't even like oceans, dude. They just want everything between the river and the sea, and that's it. They don't want oceans.
They don't need oceans.
They don't need oceans.
They need a sea. The sea counts. It's connected, but it's not the same thing. It's basically a sea is basically an exaggerated bay.
Yeah, I was about to say they just need the sea for like their yachts. There's a lot of wealthy people out there in Gaza who just have yachts, and even just like people in the middle class there, they have like nice little camps right there on the West Bank, and they go out and party pontoons, and they just have a good time. They drink natural lights. They listen to a lot of Zach Bryan and Co Wetzel.
Are you talking about Harahan? Are you talking about the West Bank?
No, I'm talking about in Gaza.
The West Bank of fucking New Orleans.
No, the West Bank of Gaza.
Dude, they're chilling.
They really when the GIs were over there, they really adopted a lot of our culture when we delivered all that freedom to them.
Yeah, we dropped bombs of culture.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is a group of people that has heavy influence over their land has heavy influence over American land too. Mm-hmm. So it's quite possible that they shaped both of us to be boat partying, beer drinking retards.
That's what the Rothschilds want.
They just want everybody to have a good time.
They just want everyone to fucking party and relax, bro. That's what BlackRock Corporation is for. The housing market is being specifically manipulated so that everyone gets to chill and have a good time grilling on a boat, drinking beers with the boys.
Dude, everybody's supposed to be paddleboarding at the Obama's house.
Everyone should do it at least once. That's crazy that they gave him a trip and were just like, fuck you. That's crazy that they were like, that's like
Tim Dillon had one of my favorite points about it is like, who the fuck would ever think, like, imagine if you were a very wealthy elite person.
Yeah.
And you had a chef. Do you let him use the lake house for the weekend?
No.
So what the fuck is that guy doing there?
No, exactly what it was. It was an of mice and men situation, where they're like, "You want to go on a trip? Go on, buddy. Yeah, we're not worried about that information you have."
And they were like,
"That's fine. Like we know you're good. Why don't you take a trip to the lake house, bud? Why don't you just take a load off, bud? You've been working hard. Take a trip." Relax, go surfing. Nothing bad's gonna happen.
We've got like 250 acres out there in the middle of nowhere. If something happened to you, nobody would be even able to hear you scream.
Just keep looking at the waves, bud. Just keep looking at the waves.
It's funny too because they're like he drowned, and then a video came out like the next week of him in an Olympic pool doing the breaststroke.
Yeah,
probably the hardest stroke of them all.
People don't think about this, but drones work over water.
Oh yeah,
drones still work if you're over the water. You just gotta aim a little harder.
Yeah, they're not quite as easy to hit as like a family party or a small Saudi Arabian wedding. But over the water still works for sure.
I mean, the heat signature is easy to see.
Shout out Obama, dude. We should not have been surprised that Obama had made more shots than anybody.
I don't think. I don't think they even needed to use drones to kill that guy. I think they just used their government
Dude,
sharks.
they were out there dunking on Yemen, bro. Obama was out there fucking crossing people out listening to J. Cole or whatever's on his Spotify rap. What's Obama's Spotify rap this year?
Dude, exactly. He releases his books. He reads a bunch of books and puts out 10. I don't think he even reads half the books on his
Does he
list.
do it while he's smoking crack with Larry Sinclair? Yeah, I'm on.
You're gonna find his birth certificate?
That's impossible.
I've struck a pretty good flow with the edit, I think.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely gotten... I mean, look, guys, I know y'all notice it. We notice it, too. Things are getting better. What's that song? Getting better.
Remember when we did, like, the 4th episode, and we were like, this one's really good.
Time. It's getting better. It's getting better.
Christmas!
Christmas time!
Thanksgiving. Over.
Yeah, we said 20
Halloween.
more minutes, and then we do like the ultimate closer with 19 left.
Ultimate closer, that's great. We can put that at the end.
Yeah, we can put... Well, no, you know what? Let's just keep rolling, dude.
Yeah, let's just chill.
You got a little bit of pumpkin on your shin.
Yeah, dude. I honestly,
little pumpkin.
I kicked the shit out of that pumpkin like 3 times. I don't know if like all of them showed up on camera, but that fucking... My foot is kind of hurting a little bit now.
Look at that. It looks like mom's spaghetti.
Pumpkins are a little heavier than I remember. Yeah, that's crazy.
Look at it, dude. Shredded.
Dude, we love a good gourd. I'm thankful for gourds.
I heard that
Shout out gourds.
if you eat pumpkin, it makes your loads like way bigger.
Is that true?
That's what I heard.
That's why I eat a lot of green beans.
Yeah, a Native American taught me that actually.
Oh, I trust him then.
That's why they had them all over at the first Thanksgiving, dude. Make their loads massive.
Yeah, and then they had
That was the real nourishment, was their loads.
all those Puritans and the Indians had a big orgy.
Yeah. Why do they call them Quakers again? Because they would like
because they come so hard that they shake.
Oh, Ben Franklin.
Oh God! Oh Jesus!
What's the one that's on? Who's on the Quaker Oat box? What's that fucker's name?
I don't know. I think who is on the Quaker Oat box? Let's find out, and let's find his house. Let's find out where he lives.
Who's on the?
What is that? Like John Adams or some shit?
No, it's
I don't think it's a guy. I think it's just like a generic guy. I think it's their Aunt Jemima.
No, it's William Penn.
William Penn. Yeah.
Hold on.
I remember that guy. That name sounds familiar. I don't really remember what he did.
Company identified the Quaker man as William Penn in advertising. 1983, Quaker acquires Stanley.
Is putting alpha in your title still good for the algorithm?
It's got to be.
We should hit up some algorithm experts. And do some
Yeah.
interviews. We should really go full.
Where they have any algorithm experts? Who are algorithm experts?
I don't know. Like whoever. Let's find Mr. Beast's top guy, and get him.
Your
lunch.
girlfriend's a bit of an algorithm expert.
Yeah, because she's autistic. I've been diagnosed with computer science major. Uh-oh.
You got a little seed right here. You ever shot a pumpkin seed, dog?
I've never shot a pumpkin seed.
Ready? Watch this.
Damn, you hit my laptop.
Damn.
That'd be crazy if that broke the whole thing.
Yeah. There would be more like kids without a computer.
Dude, we should try and grow this pumpkin seed.
If you swallow it, it'll grow in your belly.
Let's get some W's in the chat for pumpkin seeds, y'all.
Dubs in the chat for pumpkin seed.
Dubs for pumpkins.
These pumpkin seeds actually, they kind of feel like that oiled up lady we were talking about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to ask a lady next time, even though I don't really want to do it, but also I'm going to see what I can get away with and ask her if I can, Those
You don't want to spray a woman down with Pam.
Something with
That's
a
not
low,
gonna be good for either of you.
something with a low smoke point.
That's how you get belly button acne.
Yeah,
Is
like the
spraying
only
your-
I think the
spraying
only
your partner
like
with Pam.
seed oil I'd go for is maybe like extra virgin olive oil. Maybe coconut. Well, coconut oil is not a seed oil.
Yeah.
Dude, coconut oil would probably be like your best option. It would get sticky after a while, I think. Maybe.
No,
but-
I would get like some kind of like petroleum-based oil, like motor oil.
Yeah, the cancer causing kind.
little sexy babe, Marjorie Taylor Greene, covered in motor oil, doing a little bikini dance in the Oval Office. That's what I want. That's what I'm voting for in 2024.
Head out on the highway.
I'm gonna write in Marjorie Taylor Greene in a bikini on my voting ballot this year.
I don't like her at all. I saw her call for the Civil War to start.
Yeah, she's really good at being universally hated. That's like a skill. She's great at saying the worst shit you can say and meaning it.
Absolutely meaning it. And look, you got to take her words with a grain of salt, 'cause at the end of the day, guys, she's a lady.
You gotta be nice to him. You gotta have some it's called chivalry, guys. Let her speak.
Yeah. Chivalry means understanding that girls are dum-dums.
Girls go to Jupiter to get more stupider. Boys go to Walmart to buy a firearm.
I was going to go with Venus to get a bigger penis. Is that one was that a common used one on the playground, dude?
No, that was...
We used to talk about dude, me and the boys would be on the playground every day talking about that trip to Venus to get a bigger penis.
Dude, I made a joke about vaginas.
I was like,
once.
dude,
I remember I was one of the first kids to make vagina jokes, and then other boys on the playground were like, "What's that?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, guess what? My older sister told me what a vagina is." Because I was asking too many questions about her tampons and what they were.
One time my grandma overheard me explaining to my cousin he's my age, we're equal in age, and
Yeah.
I had heard through a babysitter's school drama what a blowjob was.
Hell yeah.
And we were watching Tom and Jerry, and Tom smacked into this wall, and like full frontal smacked into the wall, and I was like, damn, that wall just gave him a blowjob.
I love being
And my cousin was like, what's a blowjob? And I was like, that's when somebody puts their mouth on your wiener. And my grandma heard me explaining that to him, and I got in trouble for it.
Damn. I love being a kid and finding out, like learning a word but not really knowing the context and then just using it immediately.
Yes.
in completely wrong context. Like,
I've told you about when me and my brother in our younger age got kicked out of the nail salon, right? For what I can remember, because I was so young. And my brother only like 2.5 years my senior. We were maybe like 4 and 6, maybe even 3 and 5. One of my earliest memories, though, we were with one of our babysitters, and she was getting her nails done. And she was getting them done, obviously, by an Asian lady. And me and my brother were sitting over in the waiting area, caught a glimpse of her, and immediately went to like...
Can't do that. That's not appropriate.
We also sang one of the earliest children's songs you ever learn. I Chinese, me make joke, me put pee-pee in your coat. And we got kicked out of the nail salon.
Yeah. Damn.
For being... Dude, here's the thing.
Sometimes you gotta learn the hard way.
Most people are right. White people are just born inherently racist.
We got some evil in us.
And you got to work it out of you.
Yeah, you really...
It's genetic.
Every white person has to overcome the evil that they're born with. That's America's original sin.
Yeah. It's America's pastime.
And let me tell you, recovery is not a straight line.
No.
It's got peaks and valleys.
Yeah. It's a ebbs and flow or whatever.
Like this podcast, it's a valley for Crockett. This is not a relapse because your journey's still going.
Yes.
When I remember where I was when I first heard about blowjobs.
Oh yeah. Let's get back to blowjobs instead of racism.
Yeah.
Action.
I first heard about blowjobs when I was on a school field trip, and we were by the flamingos, and we were watching. It was one of the first times like we had iPhones. Like people had phones. I think it was even pre-iPhone, but we had the phones that you could watch like videos on, or someone had like an iPod 1, and we were watching Family Guy funny moments, and they like mentioned a blowjob, and then one of us was like, "What's a blowjob?" Like one girl was like, "What's a blowjob?" And then someone else described it in like great detail, like what a blowjob is, like how to give one. And everyone was like, "How do you know? How do you know so much about blowjobs?" He was like, "My older brother is 15 and he got a blowjob, and he told me everything about it." So that's how information gets dispersed when you're a kid.
Dude, yeah, I was
you
about
just
to say,
like
older
someone's
brothers let
older
you know.
brother learns something, and then it just passes on.
Absolutely.
It becomes lore.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. That's how most of my drug experiences happened about when I was in high school, is that my friend's cousin partied a lot in high school, so he knew what drugs were cool and fun to do.
Yeah.
And he would report back to him, and then when we got of age, or definitely not of age, but to an age where we thought we were of age enough to set up a meeting with a drug dealer and get some weed and shit.
Yeah.
We immediately did that as soon as possible.
My best friend in high school was also like that, but his dad did meth, so we kind of learned early not to fuck with meth.
Absolutely.
Which is good. And,
Yeah.
And doing fucking whippets in the back of a van in high school.
Dude, I never did the whippet thing because when you
it's so bad for you. You shouldn't do it.
Yeah. I was such a fat kid when I was younger, and I was eating whipped cream out of a can one day, like just, and then my head started hurting. I was like, "Fuck, my head hurts." I'm like, dude, it threw me off of whipped cream for like a really long time, until I realized what was really fucking me up was the can.
Yeah, you were hitting that stogie.
I was hitting that.
Were
I
you
was
like-
trying, because I was in there, I'm at the end, I'm at the bottom of the barrel, so I'm sitting there like, getting as much as I can. Fucking supping down on it, dude. Little did I know I was fucking ruining myself.
It was just God's punishment for being fat.
You expecting like a mouthful of just whipped cream, and you go, No, I definitely got womped while I was doing it too. That's the thing. And you got to be fat to keep eating whipped cream after you get womped. If you've ever been womped before, dude,
you do not want. The last thing you want to do is eat while you're womping.
Dude,
you don't want to.
The easiest drug that probably everybody's done that they've never like copped to, and I'll admit to, is huffing gas. Have you ever huffed gas?
I've never huffed gas.
Just for the love of the game, like
Have
you've
you
been
done it?
sitting on your four-wheeler, not like really huffing gas. Like I didn't pour myself some gas.
I love
to
the smell
huff.
of gasoline.
You just like open up the gas tank on your four-wheeler and you're like,
no, I've never done that.
then you go play Mario Kart on a gravel road.
No, I've never done that. Is it good?
Well, I mean, yeah, like I like the smell of gas too. So I mean, yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, like it's not awesome like the high of it, no, but I just like the smell.
I saw a video of a guy telling a story about how he and his friend would huff gas in high school, and he turned out fine, but he was getting like weird like hallucinations, and like he couldn't sleep, and he was like throwing up all the time, but he still wanted to keep doing it because he was like doing it so often. And he managed to quit, but his friend he was doing it with became basically a vegetable. He like took a big huff of gas and had a stroke, basically.
See, and that just proves that fossil fuels are not bad for the environment, because if you huff enough gas,
you'll feel really good.
You become a vegetable, and vegetables
are green
are
and healthy. Save the world. Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas. Thank y'all for sticking around for all this debauchery. We're going to keep doing this show no matter what. So, talk my balls and have a Merry Christmas.
Talk on my balls, have a Merry Christmas. It was nice to get outside, dude.